What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook preview show. We're looking at the Friday 12-game main slate over on DraftKings. Grande, Friday, TGIF to you, sir.
TGIF.
How you feeling? 12 games. Got some rain symbols on the screen as well here. Tampa Bay, New York. Looks like those are the two. We got a core slate. We got a Sutter Health Park slate. We got George Steinbrenner Field. So we got all the offensive ballparks here. We also have interesting pitching here. We're working our way through the rotations again, as we kind of talk about often. We have an Aaron Nola at $8,300. We have Hunter Brown at $11K. And we have Sir Max Meyer against the White Sox at $10,200. Coming off maybe his worst start of the season, back-to-back horrible starts for him. So pricing, questionable-ish, but nonetheless, plenty to talk about here.
Bart Scott.
Well, let's get into it then. Hunter Brown, $11K. Are you spending $11,000 on a 12-game slate? Home against Cincinnati here for Hunter Brown.
You could definitely get to Hunter Brown, just given how good he's been. 18 fantasy point floor, 36 fantasy point ceiling. I like both those quite a bit. So you could definitely get to Hunter Brown. I think he's definitely solid. The Max Meyer one's interesting because obviously he has an extremely high ceiling. And this is a spot to have a ceiling in, but 10-2 is very expensive. So on a 12-game slate, large field stuff, I'd probably be more into Meyer. I expect him to be decently owned because people can't help but just like click against the White Sox no matter what. So if you want to play Meyer, and it's probably going to work out.
Sure. Kevin Gausman coming off of a really good start against Cleveland. 6 innings, 1 hit allowed, 9 strikeouts. He had a couple of tough outings on the road. Prior to that, Houston and New York. Now on the road in Seattle. The Seattle offense certainly had a nice hot stretch there for a little bit. They have plenty of dangerous bats in their lineup. Are we believing the last start out of Gausman? Do you think someone below him maybe is a better value? What's your take here?
My take is Kevin Gausman is always just a random pitcher because he randomly has strikeouts. He randomly doesn't have strikeouts the next start. He randomly throws nothing but strikes. He randomly can't throw strikes. It's just start to start. I mean, start to start, you just don't know what you're getting with Kevin Gausman. So, like, has a good ceiling, has given us 30 fantasy points twice this year. That's great. But he's also given us a floor of -7. So, yeah. Like, it's a great pitching environment. Seattle's offense has debunked most of the like environment stuff because they've just hit. Like they're just hitting. You look at the Jorge Polanco splits, he'd rather hit at home, which is insane, but like he's been insane. So I'm good with Gausman. And then like nothing that you tell me would make me ever pay $8,700 for Jose Quintana. Don't care.
Well, like, can I tell you maybe why the numbers are what they are? And it's got everything to do with Tampa Bay versus lefties.
Yeah, okay.
182 batting average against left-handed pitching, second worst in the league. 081 ISO, also bottom 4 in the league. Believe it or not, bottom 3 in the league. Believe it or not, there are 2 teams with the worst ISOs against left-handed pitching in Kansas City and Baltimore. And in a 250 WOBA against left-handed pitching, also third worst in baseball. 22.6% strikeout rate. A 10% walk rate is pretty decent for Tampa Bay. I would imagine that's probably got a little bit to do with the pricing here because he's been okay for stretches. He had a really tough start against Chicago. A lot of people can say that. I know the peripheral numbers on Quintana are kind of, he's not a 2.8 guy. He's more of like a 3.7, 4, closer to 4 guy. But I think that's probably why you're getting this price point here. It's just how bad Tampa Bay is against lefties. We say it all the time. They take their best hitters basically out of the lineup when lefties are on the mound against them. So,
okay, now hear me out.
yeah.
Not playing Jose Quintana 8-7, but thank you. I ain't reading all that. Sorry or congratulations.
Sorry that happened to you.
Or congratulations. Yeah.
Well, you're not playing Erod versus the Dodgers. We know that.
Not playing Erod against the Dodgers. The good Luis Castillo is still a Mariner.
Yes.
The Orioles thought they traded for him. They found out they didn't today after they made the trade, after it was official. He has a really good spot because Toronto can't hit right-handed pitching. And this is a good pitcher. That's $8,000 something in a good environment.
Yeah.
I like this pitcher.
You like this pitcher better than the Quintana?
Yes. And the other Luis Castillo that the Orioles got.
Yeah, the Luis F. Castillo.
Yeah.
They small printed F on that deal that they sent. And now they look quickly like, oh man, Luis Castillo. And like, wait a minute, what's that? That's an F down there? And it says FU as they get the other Castillo, like
F for what the F is Baltimore doing? I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know. They're pitching so bad they're trading for the wrong Luis Castillo at a 7 ERA.
Yep.
And they come save the day, apparently. Toronto against right-handed pitching. They don't strike out, but the rest of the numbers aren't great. Just 19% strikeout rate's actually 25th in baseball. 237 batting average, 106 ISO, not great. 289 WOBA, not good. So probably not going to do a lot of damage there. I mentioned the Aaron Nola thing because obviously forever, for as long as we've known Aaron Nola, he's been a 9K plus 10K type of pitcher.
Yep.
Back-to-back good starts. Arizona, Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? And now you're getting him at $8,300 against a Cleveland team. Another team that doesn't strike out all that much. 20% strikeout rate against right-handed pitching, 240 batting average, 150 ISO, 315 WOBA. All of those are like bottom half of the league. The ISO's more, also right there in the middle, for the most part. So which version of Aaron Nola are we going to get? Are we going to get the guy that just shut down Arizona and Chicago, two of the best offenses in baseball, or what here?
I mean, with how this works is he doesn't get out of the first inning here because that's baseball season, right? Literally demolishes the best two offenses in baseball against right-handed pitching and possibly just like blanket statement the best two offenses, at least like both will be in the top 5 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then he faces Cleveland, who has like half a good player because Jose Ramirez has been good like one game this year.
Yeah.
And
give up like a first inning Nolan Jones home run or something like that.
Schneeman's going to hit 3 home runs in this game because that's apparently he's their best player. So it's a great spot.
Great spot. Great price tag.
Yeah. Like can't say anything bad about him.
No.
Gonna get shelled.
He's gonna get.
Just how
I almost guarantee you that when we build a lineup at the end of the night, there's probably gonna have Aaron Nola in our lineup here.
Yeah, I would. Our lineup very well could just start like Castillo, Nola, and
move
on, and both those pitchers are gonna have like 12 earned runs attached to their name by the end of the night. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. All right, work our way down. Clay Holmes and Davis and Tyon. I'm not going to pitch either of those two guys in their matchups. Nick Martinez, Hunter Dobbins is making another start. Did not look good in his callback last time out. Again, this is a 4A pitcher. Looked good in his first 2 starts. Casey's offense is waking up a little bit, so I'm not sure I want to trust that one. Roki all the way down to $7,500. Not going to touch that against Arizona. I can't believe Jordan Hicks is still in the rotation. Dude, Sagano has been good.
Yeah, he's been good.
Obviously, the lack of strikeouts, unless he's facing the Yankees, is a problem.
Hell yeah.
Because otherwise you need him to do this. You need to go 7 innings, get the win just to get 18 fantasy points. The Angels, though, are obviously like not a good team. Outside of like NATO, right? So 26.3% strikeout rate. second highest in baseball versus right-handed pitching. Are we going to get like a 5 strikeout game out of Sugano here tonight? Like,
I mean, it's a good spot. I mean, you look at this guy. I'm just like looking at his stats for his Japan league.
yeah.
Dude, he's 136 and 75 with a 2.45 career ERA.
Yeah.
Not a big strikeout guy, obviously.
He didn't strike anybody out over there either, though. So
didn't miss bats over there. Impeccable control, like sub 2 walks per 9 over there. And it took him a few starts to figure it out, and now he's figured it out, and now he looks like a very serviceable pitcher. And at $7,000 against a team that doesn't have Mike Trout, that does feature a lot of strikeout, I'd be good with going there. I think that's actually a pretty good value option. Now, he gets a lot of ground balls. This is a ballpark very home run friendly, especially, so that's the one thing. Sugano has given up a bunch of home runs, 7 home runs and 7 starts this year. So keep that in back of your mind too.
Yeah. So his off-speed pitching is in the 93rd percentile for run value. So basically, now granted, his max is his average fastball velo is just 92.3. So some would consider he's only throwing off-speed. Yep. But he throws 25% splitter, 18% sweeper, 18% four seam. The splitter is 87, the sweeper is 82. So he's just throwing a bunch of breaking slow stuff at you. And probably why he's not missing bats, because he's just getting people to pound the ball into the ground.
Yep.
You have we talked about this, right? He had a 15 out game, ground ball out game. So
yep.
That could be, limiting sometimes in fantasy value. Osvaldo Bido against the Yankees in Sutter Health, huh?
Do you see the matchup?
Yeah, Will Warren on the other side. Just
home runs. Now, do you know what?
Let's play everybody's favorite game.
I have it. I was literally about to play the game. Yeah. What is Sutter Health over under for the Friday slate that features Will Warren versus Osvaldo Bido?
It's got to be at least 9.5.
What is your final answer? 9.5.
9.5.
Higher.
Okay, if you go about to tell me it was 8.5, I'm betting it right now. Is it 10?
Higher.
11?
Lower.
Tell me what.
10.5.
Yeah.
It is tied for the slate high with the Coors Field game, 10.5.
Well, we talked about the Osvaldo Bido fly ball rate. It's like 70%. So
what is a worse pitching matchup? And now answer this with your brain and not your heart. Randy Vasquez and Antonio Senzatella, or Will Warren and Osvaldo Bido. The Randy Vasquez, not the peripheral guy, because Randy Vasquez is clearly the luckiest pitcher to ever walk the face of the earth.
No, Antonio Senzatella is 9 hits a game. Guy's not giving up runs after that.
I know, but like Randy Vasquez, we have never seen anything like this pitcher before. He's allowed 30 hits in 32 innings. He has 24 walks to 13 Ks.
His walks per 9 is 6.68. His K per 9 is 3.6.
We have never seen a pitcher like this. Ever.
0.2 homers per 9 is what he's living on right now.
He's allowed 1 home run. It's at home to the Tampa Bay Rays.
Jonathan Aranda?
They lost in 427, whoever it was. Yeah. He is the luckiest pitcher on the face of the universe.
It was to a lefty, at least. 284 batting average by lefties, only 388 slug, 355 WOBA. Last year, of course, way better. 365 average, 540 slug, 413 WOBA to lefties. He's getting righties out at a really good clip. That said, in his FIP even is 4.4, which is bad, but
Fine. It's
good
fine.
good
Yes.
for him, right? Like
Yeah.
compare all things considered, good for him. Dude, yeah. I mean, the fact he has an under 4 ERA, his expected ERA is over
Dude,
6.
he's the luckiest pitcher in the game.
Yeah.
I think his Sierra and his xFIP are also like amongst qualified pitchers to lead the league.
I mean, so believe it or not, so Antonio Senzatella's 5.5 ERA. His expected ERA is over 7, which is actually lower than what Randy Vasquez's expected ERA
Dude,
is.
I know he's the luckiest pitcher on the face of the planet.
But I'm just saying that like Senzatella's expected ERA is higher. So like
I
even
can't even
then,
believe
like
that. I know. I can't. It's so
it's just that
bad.
Senzatella's walks are 1.8, not 6.6. So and he's allowing over 2 homer per 9. Anyways, get your bets in. The last couple of slates that Senzatella's pitched, I've said it on the show. You could go to DraftKings Sportsbook and get his 7+ hits allowed at like plus 130 in that range. I have to imagine with him being in cores, it's going to be higher. But like those are a lot of hits to allow, so the books aren't going to go crazy with that number. But dude, 9, 10, 8, 9,
It's
6, 8,
crazy.
7 hits allowed. If tomorrow we wake up and maybe even they have it now and his hits allowed again at 7+ is plus money, just bet it. Just bet it. He gives up 3 hits an inning basically. So, yeah, crazy bad pitching. Who's worse? It's got to be Vasquez and Senzatella. Will Warren's is the most talented pitcher of the 4.
Yeah, he's just Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Yeah. From inning to inning, batter to batter, it's just like impossible to figure out.
This is going to be a slate where I also get super frustrated playing Orioles as Kyle Hendricks shuts them down.
Right? Oh, I can't do it. I'm so done with it. I'm so done with it.
You're gonna play Gunnar and like O'Hearn and like the Mullins and they're all expensive and you're gonna like Kyle Hendricks sucks, man. Like we got this, and then actually this slate specifically probably nobody gets on Baltimore, but it's not gonna shock me when Kyle Hendricks has like a quality start here.
We need to start considering, and I thought about this because I stacked the Orioles on
that they're just not that good.
The Simeon Woods Richardson slate.
Yeah.
No, well that they're definitely just like why. I mean, this was like basically since the Gunnar injury last year, right? They were just like not as good. Like once Gunnar went down last year or his second half, whatever it was, he just like wasn't good, and neither were the Orioles. Lefty heavy bullpen teams count me out because like after the starters come out, Orioles can't do anything.
Yeah. Dude,
they can't do anything.
I don't know if you saw who I picked up.
I didn't.
Or there's an Angel lefty that's pretty bad. That's going to be getting Baltimore this weekend.
And it doesn't matter because it's like
he's going to shut them down.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, I'm gonna start like really paying attention to that.
I've been saying it, dude. They're dead last in like egregiously bad splits against left-handed pitch. Now they're not even playing a left-handed pitcher in this one, but like you said, they're gonna just face him. Teams have to know at this point. They can't. 26% strikeout rate, 178 team average against left-handed pitching, an 060 ISO and a 230 WOBA, 390 plate appearances, better than half the league against lefties. So, yeah, pretty bad for Baltimore. But again, they're not facing a lefty to starter, but they may get a lefty bullpen game going on there. Where are you with Gavin Williams?
I would love to play Gavin Williams at this price.
Strikeout upside is, the big strikeout pitcher. We know this. Talent's all there. Top 50 prospect. He fantastic. Everybody jumped on the Gavin Williams train because of his spring training, and then the regular season hit, and he started, I don't know, pitching underhand. Like it just teeing off on him. But 9 strikeouts in that last start. Only made 4 innings. So he threw 100 pitches. I don't know, man. I know it's Philly. Obviously, it's not the best matchup by any stretch, but the price tag keeps dropping. I mean, he was $7,600 his last start. He's down to $6,800 now. So
dude, this is an extraordinary talent. Should be like there should be an ascension, not this version. He shouldn't
Yeah.
look like Luis L. Ortiz.
It's
Um,
got a
you-
10.4 K per nine, but a 5 walks per nine. So
yeah, he had dude, you put that on punctuation. His last game, 7 hits, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts. Like,
yeah.
figure that one out
in
because
4 innings, right?
in 4 innings, like
Watching Robbie Ray tapes,
dude,
like
that's literally that's the item box again,
yeah,
right? The
yeah.
Gavin Williams item box, like ding 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 ding, walk, ding 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 ding, strikeout. Like it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and then
But
the
yeah,
1.6 homers per nine allowed, obviously not doing him any favors there either. But
if this was any other non-lefty heavy lineup, I would probably just say screw it. 6,800 when we have Sutter Health and cores on the slate, I would probably just be like, yeah, sure. Like, why would we not take a flyer on a pitcher that's gonna end up $2,000 too cheap by
he
like
faced
year's
the
end?
Yankees 6 and a third to earn 8 Ks, 25 fantasy points. Right, like he faced a good lineup with the best hitter in baseball.
Yep.
Plus 9,000, by the way, if you want to bet Aaron Judge to hit 400 this year. That's, I mean,
It's very live.
That's very live. Plus 9,000.
It's live.
And Gavin Williams shut that lineup down, and then he faced Minnesota and Toronto and couldn't find the plate. So, anyway, that's probably where we're at. I can't. Michael Lorenzen is kind of interesting just because I don't know if you saw what happened in Boston today with the Rafael Devers news.
Oh boy.
They asked him after the game about playing first base, and he said that he was approached by Craig Breslow to play first base, and he told him no. He said they told me to keep my glove home, and I'm going to keep my glove home. He's like, it is not easy to switch positions. Craig is a former baseball player. He should understand that. I am not playing first base. So Devers is mutiny here. I can't imagine that locker room is very focused at the moment, especially that he gave those comments after the game today. So there's going to be a whole media cycle now getting ready for tomorrow pregame.
Oh boy.
And all of the headlines and all the talk radio and everything all day is going to be about Rafael Devers refusing to play first base and whether or not they should trade him at this point, because that's already being talked about now. Like, if he is refusing to play, what do you do? Like, at this point, it seems like he is done with the team, right? Like, threw his hissy fit during spring, and now they're trying to get him to play first base. And he's like, I'm not playing first. You told me to leave my glove home. So, Michael Lorenzen at home, Boston's out of Fenway. Yeah, that could be something there.
What a comment. What an absolute comment. You guys in Boston could not be in more shambles than you are right now. The Boston media, there's no way you even can turn on the radio right now.
No,
you can't.
They're already eating him alive. Yeah.
But like sports, you can't.
Oh, dude, they are so excited. They're so excited that it was like a 15-minute interview with like multiple follow-ups. Like, so he was using a translator, so they wanted to make sure that they got like the actual quotes from him.
Sure.
And he's like, nope, like I'm not doing it. Like, so
like, to be fair, I will say, and we can move on after it. Because I Michael Lorenzen also giving up home runs to lefties these days, gave up a lot of them the other day. And that's scary because Boston just, despite how like obviously in flux things are, Alex Bregman's over here like, I don't care. I'm just going to keep hitting home runs. So like, that's cool with me. A lot of luck. They did tell Devers that like Alex Cora was asked directly and they were like, no, he's our DH.
Yep.
He's not playing the field. So like, as like an objective observer, I get what Devers is saying. Like, you're paying me to be a super high priced DH. That's what you want me to do. That's what I'm going to do. And he's been pretty good at it other than the first, like, 13 at bats where he struck out 12 of them or whatever it was. Could he be a little less petty? Sure. But
well, they're paying you $300 million to play baseball. You should really They wanted you in the out. He literally
Right.
said, this was an actual quote. He says, what, if an outfielder gets hurt, do they expect him to play the outfield?
Oh, hell yeah. This is great.
Dude, he
Oh,
might
this
not
is
even be in the lineup tomorrow.
Oh, he's
So,
burning so many bridges. This is great. I love
yeah.
this.
So anyways,
They mentioned it. I was watching the Rays game earlier, by the way,
yeah.
and I had no idea what the context was, but Jose Caballero was at the plate, and there was a subtle comment about Jose Caballero just wanting to be in the lineup, so he'll play anywhere. And
Yeah.
they said in the broadcast, unlike they do in Boston, and I didn't know what that meant, but
Yeah.
I thought it was referring to Devers like earlier in the year,
No,
not like
today.
That makes that comment so much better. Wow, this is great.
Oh yeah. Go find the tweets after the fact. There's a lot of them. Anyways, sorry for the sidetrack and the MLB news and drama going around. I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, so clearly, that impacts me. Grande, Yankees fan. He's
This is great.
Anyways, catcher Carson Kelly's $5,800. Kyle Raleigh's $5K.
Too cheap.
You can spend up if you want. Sorry, Babe Ruth is $5,800.
Yeah, too cheap for
yeah. Hunter Goodman $4,500 in Coors. Langoliers at 42. Again, Will Warren with the home run problem. Dude, Will Smith is too goddamn cheap still. $4,100 against Erod.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep, it's too cheap.
That's too cheap. That's too cheap. Let's see. Austin Wells, there's Beto, lefty power bat there at 37.
Yeah. In Sacramento. Oh yeah. They hit third. Just for the record, too, they hit Wells third the other day. I know it's been a very inconsistent season, but he does hit home runs from the catcher position.
Dude, remember he was going to be their leadoff hitter, and then they were like, "Wait a minute, the 280 batting average or 280 on base percentage isn't going to work for us here."
Yeah.
But still, power. Salvy's too cheap at 37 too. Again, Hunter Dobbins, okay, back into the rotation pitcher there. Yanier's again a better hitter. 3,500 is probably a fair price. For him.
Bo Naylor's been pretty good.
Yeah.
If you wanted to play cheap catcher, if Ascara's in the lineup for the Yankees, he's been a little better lately. I'm honestly, my player pool on this slate is going to be, it's going to be little.
Yeah, excuse me. Patrick Bailey, cheap against Paddock at 28 will hit from the left side there. Caratini, if he's in the lineup, obviously is 26.
Yep.
So, all right. We'll figure it out on the live show who's in and who's out of the lineup at catcher. First base, again, large slate, so 1 billion options for us here. Give me your favorites at the top, I guess.
Favorites at the top of first base. Not first baseman Shohei Ohtani is great. So is Freeman. Alonso can and will homer against everyone. I like Bryce Harper if he can't figure it, or if Kevin Williams can't figure it out. I will never pay $5,000 for Luis Arraez. I don't care what ballpark he's playing in. I don't care if Luis Arraez was playing at the Little League World Series. If you told me his price was $5,000, I wouldn't pay that. And I'm not paying it now. You cannot convince me that he is ever going to be a $5,000 player. Even if he was hitting 380 again, you'd at least understand it. Yeah, we're not.
But he's not.
He's not. No, you just can't make me do it.
It's a Ben Rice day.
Could be. It very well could be. He's slumping, but everything he does is for extra bases. So it doesn't matter because he can slump and then just hit a home run, and it doesn't matter if he's slumping.
He's had 7 hits in his last 10 games, and 7 of them are for extra
bases. Every single one of them are not a single.
2 homers, 4 doubles, and a triple. So
Yep.
Good for fantasy there. Gavin Sheets is up to $4,700. Again, feels gross, but he is powerful. There is power there, so he can pay off that price tag.
Wouldn't you just you can okay? You look at this Gavin Sheets, right? You
saying you're
also
rather
have
play Soderstrom?
another game at 10.5. Ben Rice is $100 more than Gavin Sheets.
Yeah.
Tyler Soderstrom is multi-position eligible, $100 less.
Yeah.
I know who or same price, whatever. No, $100 less. I'm telling you right now. Also, Vladdy is the same price as Gavin Sheets. Like,
Well,
it's like trading Pavin Smith for Vladimir Guerrero.
Can you
Like,
imagine
just
doing
don't
something
do
so
it.
stupid, right?
You
Like,
just
yeah, why would
don't
you
do that.
Yeah, it'd be insane to try to even consider that. Let's see here. Again, if Nola was to get blown out, Manzardo would be a guy that was capable of doing it.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, Goldschmidt against Beto, it could homer here, right? Like,
Yep.
340, 500 on base percentage is still rocking.
Still.
Tolia, Vasquez.
Dude, he's been pretty good lately. He's been
Good
getting on
for
base.
him.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, good for him.
I'll say this: Randy Vasquez doesn't strike anybody out, so there's a chance that Tolia doesn't strike out.
Oh boy, don't tempt Michael Tolia with a good time.
He'll hit from the left side of the plate too. I don't know if that's his power side or not, but
yeah,
I don't. And if you try to look at the splits, you probably can't tell anything because he's a 200 hitter. So
yeah, that's also correct.
It won't really help us there. Let's see. What's is Bryce Wilson is he an opener for them or is he actually pitching full innings?
I think he started last time out.
4 2/3, 4 Hearns. This is not the right slate to play Marlins, obviously, but like Mervis and Stowers and those guys against Wilson are appealing, but no one's going to play anything but the 3 games we've already talked about. Offensively.
It's hard to, no?
Yeah. All right, why would you avoid the games at 10 plus?
Yeah. And like I feel like you usually don't have like an alt game to go to. Yeah. Like it's cores or like you have another cores slate. You have two to pick from basically. And Tampa.
Is it finally the time?
It could very well be. I'm telling you. Dude, he's been
$3,000 Nick Kurtz.
He's actually been like, when you look at this, he's getting on base a lot.
Yeah.
In that span.
Will Warren walks guys and gives up home runs. So
we just thought that there would be power by now, but he has a 360 OBP his last 10. So like
at $3,000, you're getting 6, 13, 7, and 6 fantasy points. You're happy.
Yeah, and it's a good number, and you can finally play him and Soderstrom.
Yeah.
Well, you can.
You could be 4, but he was outfield only. So.
Yeah, they took that eligibility away.
Yep. That's probably it for first. I don't think there's anything further down that we would go
here. Yeah, Rowdy exists, but I don't think we'd want to play Rowdy.
Yeah, is Kobe Mayo up yet? He is, right? So
yeah, he's up, but
not doing anything. All right, second base. All the way back to the top. Bregman, your non-playing second baseman. Second baseman is $5,400. Hasn't seen a single second of time with the Red Sox at second, but he's there.
I just don't get it.
Ketel, Polanco from the left side. Bryson Stott, I think he homered tonight.
He did. It was a long home run. Yeah.
So you got that against Gavin Williams, who's had trouble. Zach Littell kind of sucks. So you have Terang at 47.
Campbell 45. In the right split to tackle Michael Lorenzen.
I'm not really like enthusiastic about spending up at this position, honestly. I haven't really.
Does Baltimore go back to the Jackson Holiday 2-hole day? Because that would be an easy plug if they do.
That's fair. Hitting the ball better now, so lefty against Hendricks would be appealing for sure.
Daniel Schneeruth, Daniel Sneejudge, Daniel Sneetatis. I mean, guys, I don't understand.
$3,200. He's been good.
I don't understand.
Brooks Lee's 31.
Yeah, they hit him third today.
I like it. Could see David Hamilton in the lineup at 26. He's a lefty. Do you think he'll be in the lineup lefty? They go like Chris Taylor instead or something?
I think it's possible. They're moving around the diamond. That's kind of what we were
projecting. The outfield.
Yeah, I think that's what they kind of told us he would do.
I would absolutely plug him in at $2,500.
Yeah, me too. I mean, no Teoscar, no Edman. Like Outman is another option they called up. We talked about Outman and then he homered and
Well, he was homering at AAA, but he had a 50% strikeout rate.
Yeah,
So.
he has 5 at bats and 4 strikeouts, so
Yeah.
it's not one home run. That's the James Outman experience. So like one of them probably don't play. They could play. I don't know. It's possible, but I wouldn't mind it because we've also seen in dating back to his Red Sox days, Erod has kind of been reverse splits before.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. So that's cheap. That's a very cheap price tag for a guy that's going to be in a Yankees lineup with the talent that he has. So,
yep.
All right. Third base. Again, we'll see what happens here. Machado against Senzatella at 57. You have Bregman, Ramirez. Devers is 48. Michael Garcia has obviously been really awesome at $4,500 there.
Dude, Michael Garcia has been unbelievable. He keeps hitting, and it doesn't seem like he's going to stop hitting. So if he's going to keep hitting and not stop hitting, he's going to be $5,000 before you know it, and he's not that yet. So it's seemingly too cheap. I have no issues really with anything here. I think they're all great. I mean, Machado against Senzatella looks great. The power hasn't been there, but he's still producing because he's stealing bases and there's a ton of doubles. Bregman is just crushing everything in sight. Gonna opt out of his contract and make boatloads of money this offseason. Especially when teams find out he could play second too. Like, look at this positional eligibility. Devers is
again. I would be surprised.
Might not play.
If he's in the lineup, yeah.
But he's been really good. He's been really, really good. So like, if you
Caminero homered tonight,
like he's obviously it's been like disappointing, but yeah, the price is because we think that there's going to be this like burst, right? Yes. Or like this stretch where just like he's homered 6 times in 12 games. And you're like, whoa. Yeah, that's what we expected. And at his home ballpark against the lefty seems likely. He did it against Jesus Luzardo on the Thursday slate. So I don't think Jose Quintana is as good of a pitcher as Jesus Luzardo is. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I agree. Andrew Har's $3,800. You talked about him in the middle of the lineup the other day. There's Connor Norby at 37. I mean, the Twins are always a team that we think is in play. Jordan Hicks has not been good, and they're in Minnesota.
Ryan McMahon, 37, has been a little better if you just are playing the I'm going to stack against Randy Vasquez every slate until he blows up game. Mm-hmm. Because I think that's a game we play with. Like, I've played that game with Tyler Anderson for 2 years. I've played that game for Vasquez for 2 years. Who else? Osvaldo Bido finally has made me some money because he played that game for a long time. So that's a thing too.
Sure. That's probably it at third.
Did you mention India? 3,200. No. He's been great. Another one who had really batted ball luck and is no longer having batted ball luck and is hitting the ball really well.
Yeah. All right, shortstop. Bobby Witt Jr. is 59. Ali De La Cruz is 57. Mookie Betts, Francisco Lindor, Trey Turner, and Gunnar Henderson are your 5K and above plays here.
Dude, Bobby Witt is crazy good. He is unfathomably good. Yeah. And we got he's doing what he said. He said he was going to steal more bases. He's stealing a lot more bases. The power hasn't fully been on display, but he has a boatload of doubles and he has a boatload of steals. So the 5 home runs or whatever. Love that. You can always play Ellie because he has a ceiling, but I might rank Ellie De La Cruz, and this is really scary to say last amongst the 5K shortstops, but I might be ranking him last.
Yeah, I mean, Howard Brown's been elite, so I don't necessarily blame you there. Nato can always kind of plug him in. You know, Sagano's been good with the ground balls, but Nato has some pop and some stolen base upside there. Jacob Wilson led off the other day. 4 hits, 2 doubles, a run, an RBI. I mean, this guy needs to be the leadoff hitter.
He does.
Absolutely. He's your best on-base player. Like,
he does.
Lead him off. So, $4,300, if this is what we're going to start getting, there's going to be run scoring opportunities, multi-hit game opportunities. I've said it to you. He doesn't have a ton of power. He has home runs in this ballpark and in Coors, but he's going to hit doubles. So, like, that's 5 points. You know, give it a run, a hit. You know, you can pay off the tag there. So, those are some mid options that I'm in on.
Yeah, I think they're going to continue to lead him off because they didn't lead him off because Lawrence Butler. So I think that we probably just keep seeing Wilson leading off.
Yep, I agree. Volpe 42 against Vito. Obviously, again, just getting exposure to that game. Correa, as you've called out, has been really good.
Crawford, Bichette, too cheap.
That's probably it, right?
Yeah, we don't need to go any further.
All right. Outfield. A lot of games, a lot of players. So kind of pick your favorite and build around it. Tatis in Coors, Judge in Sutter Health, Jackson Merrill in Coors Field. You know, so some really, we have 5 guys over $6,000 on this slate. So,
boy, how do you not just? Oh boy, how do you not just want to click Tatis, Judge, and Merrill and make that your outfield?
Well, Tatis, Judge, and
it's impossible. It's impossible.
It would leave you $4,200 a player.
You'd have to play Sagano,
Nola, and Castillo. Not necessarily. Let's see. Nola, Castillo. We had Fermin's 24. I guess we'll see if he's even in the lineup or not. Gives us 3K. Let's see. Second base. Keep going to the outfield. Kim's 25. Now we're in the 31. Dude, this is doable. We got this. We got this here. Let's see. It's our shortstop.
Nick Kurtz at first.
Kurtz, yeah. There you go. Where is he? 3K?
Yeah.
All right, $3,250 for a third baseman and a shortstop. That's doable. Let's see. 3K, Crawford, Walls. Let's see. If we did Crawford, that gives us a 3K third baseman.
You could also go down to Sugano off one of those pitchers, or you do as well, though. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, look at that. Made it work. Judge Tatis Merrill. You know. Anyways, if you wanted to get really stars and scrubby,
right?
There's a lineup with 2 8K pitchers and 3 6K outfielders.
Oh Jesus!
Totally doable. Totally doable. If you want to save any money, you can play Brent Rooker there. Buxton's been awesome at 53. Soto's too cheap at 52. You mentioned the lefty problems. You know, for that. Chorio, it's 49. Plenty of guys down here.
Yeah, I have no real objections. Byron Buxton looks incredible as the leadoff hitter for the Twins. I mean, he looks great. So
someone tweeted that he has like the highest stolen base like conversion percentage or something like that. Like just doesn't get thrown out, doesn't get caught stealing.
I mean, dude, remember we were like, this guy's gonna be 40-40.
Yeah.
He just never could run because he was always hurt, and now he's like, screw it, I'm just running.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for you, dude. Like
the hammies hold up.
Hammies hold up. Yeah, the hammies hold up.
All right. Soderstrom, we talked about this 46 here. Lee's been awesome. Get him out of San Francisco. He's $4,600 as well. Mentioned Stowers being good.
He's so good.
Yeah. 333, 1,000 OPS. Awesome stuff there. Trent Grisham's 45.
Oh boy,
Not
you know how many home runs he hit last year?
not 10.
9.
9.
Yep.
There you go.
The whole year. It is May. We are in May. He has 10.
Yeah. Grisham 45 against Beto. Doyle's 44 against Vasquez. Again, these games are just hilarious. Pajes versus the lefty at 43.
Bellinger at 44. Bellinger's been pretty good for the Yankees lately.
Sure. Yeah, the Yankees are rolling, right? I mean, the Yankee stack makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah.
So. Outfielders are affordable outside of Judge, obviously. Let's see. Backs 4K.
I don't want to just be the Yankee guy, but lefty Dominguez. We get the lefty Dominguez play.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. It is what it is.
That's all right. Let's see. Value here.
Like you could always play like these home run guys here, like Jesus Sanchez, Jorge Soler, both like just home runs.
Sure.
Lourdes. I saw Lourdes hit a home run against a lefty 2 nights ago, and I thought of you. I was like,
Taylor Ward homer tonight against Taylor Ward homer.
Yep.
There. I mentioned Schneemann, 32.
So good. Dude. So sick.
Nolan Jones, Dane Myers.
You see our boy Reese Hines hit a home run on the Thursday slate?
No. Good for him though.
He got called up and has 2 extra base hits, 1 home run off Schwellenbach, 1 double off Schwellenbach, a home run off Raisel Iglesias.
DeZenzo's 3K.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Cam Smith, $2,900. Joe Adele also homer tonight off Bassett. Not a good night for Chris Bassett, by the way.
No, Chris Bassett's having a tough time.
Tough night. John Kenzie Noel's $2,500. All right, let's get a lineup going.
Yeah.
I think we're plugging Nola. I guess the question is, what do we do next? I was fine with Castillo, but I mean, if you think that, I know you were as well.
I'm good with Castillo. It was more so when we were just trying to jam 3 6K outfielders. I wasn't sure it was possible.
If we do Grisham, we're gonna probably try and play.
Judge.
Second, that just opens up a lot, right?
Judge Merrill.
Judge Merrill is 34-7.
Punt catcher.
Just punt catcher for me, and assuming he's.
Would you punt Campusano? They hit him 5th the other day.
Sure.
And he's in Coors.
If he's in the lineup, yeah. $3,800. Third base, shortstop.
That's a lot of money left.
Yeah. Is Waldo gonna play?
Probably. He's been really bad.
I know.
He's gonna hit like a year. Camanero's Camanero's. Oh yeah, India's a good one.
Right. 4K. So if we did
like Soderstrom or Rice.
I was gonna say, can we get there? Let's see, Rice is 48. That's a 34 shortstop.
Yeah, it's JP Crawford, right?
No, $100. So we go down one.
So just go to Soderstrom.
Yeah.
You know what you could do? You could go, if you wanted to do the Yankees, you could go down to Bellinger off Grisham or down to Dominguez off Grisham and get up to Rice. If you wanted to stay.
I don't really want to get off Grisham.
Yeah, listen, the guy's been unbelievable. I'm not, I'm okay if we don't not play. Like, he's been great.
Does he have shortstop eligibility? Not just a second. I don't really love this tier, but just plugging makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Nola, Castillo, Campusano, Soderstrom, Kim, India, Crawford, Grisham, Judge, and Merrill gives us 2 Yankees. Merrill and Core, Soderstrom and Sutter Health there. Punting a couple of positions and going 8K starting pitchers. Nola, Castillo, Campisado, Soderstrom, Kim, India, Crawford, Grisham, Judge, and Merrill. $100 left over. We'll have official lineups out when we go live at 5, and we'll be able to do this all again for you guys here tonight. Until then, everybody, good luck, and we will catch you guys later.